Yo, what's good, guys? Welcome back to another Big Liam Reacts. Today we are watching some kids films conspiracy theories. So please, let's get this video to over 100 likes. Anything over 100 likes is a bonus. I appreciate you all. Check out all my links in the description to all my social medias. Yeah, let's just get right into it, guys. Conspiracy theories from kids films. Let's go. Here we go.
Remember going to Blockbuster to pick
quality
up a copy
film,
of
Home Alone,
or pulling out the VHS tape
quality
of your favorite
film.
Disney movie as a child? Well, your memories of happy endings, perilous adventure,
E.T.,
and great
banging.
moments are about to be flipped upside down with some crazy movie theories.
I love a banging
Theories
film.
involving serial killers, sad backstories, and connections to other films.
Let me know what was your favourite film down in the comments as well. Let me know what was your favourite film growing up as a kid.
Franchises, like Star Wars. So, chuck out the nostalgia goggles and get ready for a weird, wild ride down memory lane.
Let's go.
But before you watch, click subscribe, and
subscribe
join
too.
our notifications squad.
Yeah, put your
to be first in
notifications
the
on
know
too.
for all our new content. And can you guess which movie is represented by these emojis? Stay tuned at the end to find out.
That one is in orbit.
Obviously.
He's an idiot.
Minions' disturbing origin.
Ooh.
Who doesn't love Minions?
Wait, I think I've seen something to do with this, about something to do with Germany, or they used to have like a mask over the face, or I don't know. So I've seen something, a black and white
The
image.
little yellow creatures have provided laughs through 4 different movies, including their own origin story in Minions. Talk about great plots and writing. While that movie attempted to showcase where the little creatures came from, the rumored theory is actually far more shocking and crazy
tell
to
us
think
then.
about. After the release of the first Despicable Me film, which was really
By the
great,
way, the Minions
stories
film
began spreading that the little
off.
creatures were actually created by Nazis. During
Okay.
the Nazi invasion, thousands and thousands of children were kidnapped. Several of them had medical experiments done to them, resulting in their death. Rumors grew that the surviving children of these experiments formed into the minions that we see on screen today. This helps explain their odd speech patterns, the lack of 2 eyeballs in some, and their odd childlike shape that never grows into a full-sized human body. Thinking about this kind of takes some of the humor away when you consider their possible dark history. Along with these stories, a picture began circulating of children dressed in helmets that looked oddly familiar to the minion head and goggle design. That picture was later debunked as an early submarine and scuba diving test image, but it hasn't stopped fans from digging further into the theory.
That's crazy. Let me just, even just the thought of them, even if it was that original story, that is so messed up, man. Imagine if it was that original story and then Disney bring out a film, or Pixar bring out a film, which one it was, based off of that true story, but that's just messed up, man. Hey, films do be trying to tell you stuff though. There will be some truth to that, or something like that, guaranteed. Another one of the amazing films.
Boo is a witch. She barely said any words, but one of the most lovable characters in the Pixar universe was Boo from Monsters, Inc. The little girl really connected with Sully, and many tears were shed when the two were forced to separate at the end of the film.
Always gets me.
Boo obviously never forgot about
Always
Sully,
gets
and
me,
many
man.
fans have speculated that she spent her whole life looking for him again. Then, next time that Boo would supposedly pop up in a Pixar movie, she would look completely different. In the film Brave, Merida visits with an old witch that many people believe.
Why would they believe that?
Boo. Using the same magic doors that transported the monsters, Boo was able to travel through space and time on her never-ending search for the big guy. One of the biggest pieces of evidence points to a carving of Sully that is featured in the witch's home. Boo also had a stuffed teddy bear that she loved to death. When Merida comes looking for help, she turns her parents into bears. Clearly, her favorite animal. If this theory is true, a crossover sequel featuring Boo and many Pixar characters could showcase her crazy travels through these magic doors.
That's interesting. That's interesting. I've seen a lot of stuff though in Disney films. You know, you'll see the Toy Story toys in a different film, and you'll see a Sully teddy in a different film, and it's just crazy, man. The crossovers are unreal.
Captain Hook killed
Captain Hook kills Ariel's mom.
For some reason, Disney characters have always had mother issues. Aladdin's mother isn't in the picture, we witnessed the death of Bambi's mother, Cinderella has to deal with an evil stepmother, and Belle is being raised by her cuckoo old father. The same can be said for Ariel. In The Little Mermaid, Ariel is being raised by King Triton, without any mention of her mother.
I can't remember the last time I ever watched flipping Little Mermaid.
The story
I must have been about 3.
Ariel's mother and her death
so I ain't got a clue.
Evil pirates. two theories have mixed together to reach one horrific conclusion. Ariel's mother was murdered by Captain Hook. You have to go all the way back to the original Peter Pan to see the seeds for this theory. While in Neverland, Peter visits with mermaids. One of them has red hair and a similar look to Ariel. Rumors have persisted for years that this was her mother. These rumors increased with the release of Ariel's beginning. The mother character has similar looks in the first scenes of the movie. The theory is that Hook hunted her down to get more information on the whereabouts of Peter Pan. Obviously, when she couldn't provide the information, he used that hook to dice her up and serve some mermaid sushi.
You never know.
Crew.
Have a glorious morning. Makes me sick.
The fourth witch in Hocus Pocus.
The fourth witch.
Through the years, Hocus Pocus has
Quality
reached cult
film.
status thanks to the fun music,
Number 2 was
Halloween
crap.
themes, and great acting by Bette Midler. While the Disney film focuses on 3 main witches, a theory has developed over the years that there was actually a 4th witch in the film. Allison, one of the film's main characters, has been pegged as a protective good witch that sets out to destroy the Sanderson sisters before they can wreak havoc on her town. It makes sense that the city of Salem, Massachusetts would have more than just those 3 witches. The evidence quickly piles up to make the case. Allison's family has lived in the town for more than 300 years, dating all the way back to the Salem witch trials. Allison is the one who brings them to the witch's house and manipulates Max to do what she needs. She is also very knowledgeable about witchcraft in general and is a good source of information for the characters. By the end of the movie, she was able to protect her town, destroy the witches, and end the curse that had plagued Salem for so many years. If a sequel is ever made...
The sequel was made, and it was terrible. I'm not even just saying it. It was terrible. It wasn't even that good. It was literally a rip-off of the first one, where they had to go and search for brooms, and it was... The dance scene where they go to like the club and everyone's dancing and they do the song, it was just... There was just no effort whatsoever.
Explored more, or maybe Allison will find her evil witch side.
Toy Story, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about.
Toy Story 3 and the Holocaust. Pixar movies are supposed to be happy events filled with wonderful characters, great comedy, and some of the most famous voices in Hollywood. For scary and intense scenes involving Lotso Bear, stealth, and a huge incinerator. Never mind the fact...
I hated that scene. Do you know the scene when they're all going down in the incinerator? I thought, oh, I cried my eyes out. This film, man, fucked me up.
Bo Peep had completely disappeared from the group without a proper goodbye or explanation. Breaking down the film even further, and many fans have discovered the film's connections with the Holocaust. It may sound far-fetched, but there are a lot of similarities and connections to those terrible events. As Andy prepares to leave for college, he must leave his toys behind without much of an option. This parallels to the Jews being left behind by several nations. There's one point where Buzz Lightyear even suggests that they hide out in the attic, much like Anne Frank and others looking to escape. The Sunnyside Daycare is also a representation of awful concentration camps from the Holocaust. The dumpster and incinerator are similar to the terrible deaths and gas chambers that many people suffered through. Yes, it's a dark and awful theory. Hopefully,
I don't know about that one.
Is a little bit brighter.
I don't know.
The
Not seen this film
Nightmare
either.
Before Christmas. Even
Not seen
multiple
it.
decades later, The Nightmare Before Christmas remains one of the most creative children's movies ever made.
People flipping hanging.
The songs, sets, animation, and story have all mixed to create classic film moments and iconic characters that are a huge part of pop culture. Among all of the unique parts, the characters really stand out. While they may all look like unique designs from the mind of Tim Burton, there is a theory that each character design has a deeper meaning. Actually, each member of Halloween Town showcases the gruesome death they suffered before getting banished there. Jack Skellington was burned and can now handle all types of fire and flames. Sally was dismembered, the evil scientist was poisoned, the mayor broke his neck, the Oogie Boogie was skinned alive, and if that's not morbid enough for you, then take a look at the puppy in Children. Zero was electrocuted, represented by his glowing nose. Lock, Shock, and Barrel suffered being frozen alive, a drowning, and an apparent suicide.
I'll tell you
Next
what.
time you watch the film,
This
you
is
can
a
see the
kid's
little character
film.
details that represent
That
these
was
violent
freaky, man.
deaths and the reason that these dark characters are in Halloween Town in the first place.
Wait, does this look
Oh!
like a to you?
Bernard's sad backstory. On the surface, The Santa Claus is a great
Quality
family
film.
that focuses on the magic of Christmas,
Quality film.
believing in Santa Claus and spreading a lot of Christmas cheer. When you break the elements down, it's really about a bitter divorce, tough custody case, and the death of Santa Claus. When Scott Calvin becomes the new Santa Claus, none of the other elves even bat an eye or mourn the previous old man in charge. The only person that seems a little upset at the idea is the head elf known as Bernard. He may be upset for a good reason. Bernard was the son of the Santa Claus that got killed. It all adds up, really. His attitude, his larger size than the other elves, how he understands the Santa Claus and the magic of the suit so well. One of the biggest clues comes during his scenes with Charlie. Bernard is very understanding and compassionate with Charlie, working with him to adapt to his new life on the North Pole. He also gives him a special snow globe that gives him access to his dad anytime he wants. Bernard clearly used this same snow globe with his own father.
E.T.
E.T. is a Jedi.
Jedi?
E.T. the Extraterrestrial is its own film, without any sequels or a huge franchise around it. Despite this, many fans have found connections to some other huge science fiction franchises. One of the most prominent? Star Wars. In the original film, there are 2 Star Wars connections. One where Elliot plays with action figures from the movie. In another scene, E.T. approaches a trick-or-treating child dressed as Yoda and says, These moments all seemed innocent until Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, came out in 1999. During multiple scenes, alien species very similar to E.T. can be clearly seen in the backdrop of large scenes, like the Senate. This has allowed viewers to conclude that not only is E.T. a part of the Star Wars universe, but the small alien may actually be a Jedi. He clearly knows who Yoda is and has showcased similar abilities to using the Force. In the film, E.T. makes flowers come back to life, uses the Force to connect to Elliot, and can make bicycles fly through the air. It's no Millennium Falcon, but it sure comes close.
Wow!
It would be awesome to see more of the E.T. characters in the Star Wars franchise, or this theory explored a little further.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Boosh.
Kevin is Jigsaw.
Oh.
In Home Alone and Home Alone 2, the biggest highlights of the film is watching Kevin plan and execute his crazy booby traps on would-be bandits Marv and Harry. While his childlike tendencies for holiday-themed violence may be cute and fun to watch, we have to wonder, what if Kevin grew up to become obsessed with torturing people and inflicting even more pain through his traps? Many theories have come out stating that Kevin is actually the infamous Jigsaw from the Saw film series, despite the timelines not fully matching up. Continuity be damned, there are too many similarities between the two characters to ignore this killer theory. For example, Kevin obviously has anger issues and gets a lot of pleasure out of causing pain to his victims. After Marv and Harry were eventually stopped, Kevin grew up craving the need to torture and torment others around him. The pressures of society eventually led him to set up his game and get the revenge that he always wanted. There are many examples that can be seen in the Saw franchise, but one of our favorites is the evil furnace from the first Home Alone, which is eerily similar to a furnace trap set in the film Saw 2. We'll have to wait and see if any more Home Alone connections are made in the upcoming horror film Jigsaw. At the very least, we're certain that Jigsaw was a fan of Kevin's antics.
That's crazy to me because, like, if you really think about it, if the times was different, like with the age and stuff like that, that could be a possibility. That could actually be a possibility because the way Kevin sets up his things that he does, and obviously Jigsaw's a very twisted version, let's just say. But yeah, the E.T. one, the E.T. one, now that is one I 100% believe. But yeah, let me know in comments which one you thought was more, like, convincing to you. Let me know if you liked this video, drop it a like, drop me a comment, and let me know what was your favourite film as a kid. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Check my links out in the description. Let's go. Bye.